Welcome to Lecture 1 of Module 6. I, LK MAIKABA, from the Department of Arts and Humanities, School of Continuing Education, Bayero University, Kano, will take you through this session. In this session, we are going to explore spoken English. We are going to look at the key techniques for clarity and fluency and how mastering it can enhance your confidence as a speaker. So let's begin this important step towards stronger verbal expression.
It is very important for students who are learning English as a second language and for students who are learning courses that are not related to English to also have a brief knowledge on this particular aspect of this module, like students who are studying, who are from various backgrounds in the School of Continuing Education, those of you that are studying Arabic, Islamic studies, political science, sociology, geography, and the rest. This particular aspect of the module will help you in your spoken English and in your written English. As you all know, English is not a consistent language. What you say is not what you write, unlike Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba. English, what you say is different from what you write. For example, when I say psychology, psychology is spelled Psychology, which is contrary to the way I pronounce it. So it's very important for students to know the difference between the related sound so that you don't use this particular sound to mean this particular sound. And also, this particular aspect of the module will help you in pronouncing your words correctly and selecting your sounds correctly. For example, when a student comes and wants to say come, and instead of saying COME, he ends up saying CALM, which is come. So this particular module will help you to select your sounds correctly and then to produce the sounds correctly. So in any language, whether English, Yoruba, Hausa, Chinese, and the rest, we all use sound to produce or to make sense or to produce words, to communicate. So these sounds are true in all languages. We have the vowel sound, we have the consonant sound. We are going to look at the vowel sound now. But before we do that, I would like you to understand that in any sound you want to mention, you are supposed to mention that sound in between these two slashes. You put the sound between the slashes. Whoever is reading knows that what you are referring to is not a letter, it's a sound. Without those slashes, whoever is reading or whoever sees it will assume that you are referring to a letter. So make sure you take note of this particular difference. So what's a vowel sound? A vowel sound is a sound that is produced with free movement of air from the lungs. All speech production is done with the help of speech air, what we call speech air. And this air comes from the lungs to our mouth and then we produce that particular sound. I would like you to put your hands on your mouth and then you talk at the same time. As you are talking, you'll be feeling the air on your hands, or you blow the air. That is the air that helps you in producing that particular sound or is in communication. So all vowel sounds are voiced. How do you know a sound is a voiced sound? You put your hand on your neck and then you produce that particular sound. So all vowel sounds are voiced and they are free. So in the production of those vowel sounds, air is not interrupted. The air comes freely from your lungs, your gullet, your mouth without any obstruction. And all vowel sounds are oral. That means they are produced directly from the mouth. I will explain further on this when we come to explain consonant sounds. We have three types of vowel sounds. We have the short vowel sound, we have the long vowel sound, and we have what we call the diphthongs. In standard British English, we have all in all 20 vowel sounds, which include the short, the long and the diphthongs. So for you to learn more on this short vowel sound, the long vowel sound, the diphthongs, how they are pronounced, example of words they appear in, please click on this line and you will learn more on that. We have short vowel sounds are often referred to the sounds that correspond to the letters. We have the ah. As you are producing this sound, please, I would like you to put your hands by your neck. You will understand why I said all vowel sounds are voiced sounds. Ah, e, I, O, and U. With your hand by your neck, you will feel the vibration of your vocal cord, which says that all vowel sounds are voiced sounds. Sometimes these vowel sounds, yi sound is included. That means they are now six. Initially, traditionally we have five, but sometimes some scholars add this yi sound as the sixth. The long vowel sounds are those sounds that have two dots in front of the sound and they are longer than the short sound. These are the E sound, we have the U sound, we have the O sound as in word, and we have the U sound as in for, and we have the R sound as in ask. Here is a chart showing all the 20 vowel sounds, the long, the short, and the diphthongs, plus examples in words. Diphthongs are sometimes referred to as glides because in producing this sound, the tongue glides from one sound to the other, and often the first unit is longer than the second unit. That is, this particular sound is longer than this one. That's what I mean by saying the first unit is longer than the second unit. The diphthongs are 8 in number in Standard British English. This brought us to consonant sounds. The consonant sounds are those sounds that are opposite to the vowel sounds. Earlier on, I explained that vowel sounds are sounds that are voiced, oral, and unobstructed. That means the sounds are free. The air that comes out from the lungs to produce vowel sounds is free. There is no obstruction. You can imitate what you see in the video and you will understand more of what I said. When you put your hand by your neck and you say ah, or you say ah, e, o, you see that the sounds are produced without any obstruction. There is no organ of articulation that is interrupting that particular sound production. But in consonant sounds, that is not the case. When you produce consonant sounds, some of the sounds are either voiced or voiceless. And some of the sounds are either obstructed or unobstructed. And some of the sounds are either oral or nasal. So any of these three can give us a consonant sound. We have 24 consonant sounds in the Standard British English. You can follow the link here for the correct pronunciation of the consonant sounds together with more. Here we have the list of the 24 consonant sounds, starting with the p sound as in pen and cat, and the b sound as in bat or cab, and the t sound as in pen, walk, and so on. D as in dog, bird, bad, and so on. We have the ch sound as in chicken and kitchen. We have the j sound as in judge, budget, change, etc. We have the k sound as in can, kite, quite, technical. We have the f sound as in fish, laugh, rough. Notice that the f sound has different spellings from the example I give. The first one is spelled fish, F-I-S-H. The second one is L-A-U-G-H, laugh. And the third one is graph, graph. So the ph and the gh at the end of laugh and the ph at the end of graph plus the f at the beginning of fish are all pronounced as f. That's why English is difficult to learn and it's inconsistent. What you hear is not. We have v as in convict or forgive, and we have the th sound. This sound is produced by opening your the lower and upper teeth slightly, and then you bring out your tongue in between them, and then you produce the sound as in thirst, think, athlete, and it is a voiceless sound. It is spelled mostly using ph. The th sound is similar to the th sound, but this one is a voiced sound that appears in words like that, brother, mother, clothes, and the rest. We have s as in sit, hexagon, across, and the rest. We have the z as in zebra, zip, cousin, watches, and the rest. And we have the sh sound as in ship, ocean, nation, pressure. We have the j sound as in genre, casual, leisure, vision, and page. We have m as in common, home, and the rest. We have n sound as in nice, dinner, fun, and so on. And we have the n sound. This one is a nasal sound that differentiates consonant sounds from vowel sounds. Some sounds can be nasal, some sounds can be oral. While in vowel sounds, all the sounds are oral, they are not nasal. We have the h sound as in who, had, and so on. We have l as in like, help, and so on. We have r as in right, wrong, and so on. We have the w sound as in one, quite, or wait. So these are the 24 consonant sounds in English. Here is an exercise for you to practice. You write down as many words as you can beginning with the y sound. You can also choose another sound and then you write inside this table. You write a place, an animal that begins with the sound, or food that begins with the sound, a color that begins with the sound, or a person that has a particular, that whose name begins with a particular sound. Another exercise is a tongue twister for you to practice, which has different sounds, and it's very important for you to master. It helps you master the differences between the sounds. We have the r and the l, red lorry, yellow lorry. He sells seashells by the seashore. So you have two sounds there to master, and that's how it goes further. A syllable is a unit of sound which contains a vowel and one or more consonants. One or more syllables joined together form a word, and words are divided in accordance to the number of syllables they have. Why do we need to learn syllables? Familiarity with syllable pattern helps students to read longer words accurately and fluently because you'll be able to break this word into different syllable patterns and then you bring it together and you'll be able to fluently pronounce the word. When students are able to say one word at a time, spelling becomes much easier. So it's important for those who are learning spelling. It will be easier for them to spell a word accurately. All words have syllables. A word may have one, two, three, four, or even more syllables. So we have example of words that have one syllable, two syllable, three, and four, as I will present you in the next slide. Here are two syllable words: index, until, tennis, napkin, publish, picnic, album, and so on. Here we have examples of words that have three syllables. Fantastic, athletic, establish, inhabit, Atlantic, magnetic, consistent, misconduct, and it goes on. Here are four-syllable word example. I would like you to practice this the way I did for the two, three-syllable words. So please practice this and see how many syllables would we get. But there are four. So how do you teach how to count the syllables? For example, if you are a teacher or if you want to practice and know how many syllables are in a word. So you do that by putting your hand under your chin as you say the word. You count the number of times your jaw drops. Establishment. That's how you put it. Or by clapping your hands and say each syllable. Publish, publish, bookshelf. Minimal pairs are words or phrases that differ in only one phonological element and have distinct meanings. So they are two words with different meaning but are similar in spelling despite difference in one phonological element. That phonological element can be at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the word. So here are examples: fun and fun. Here we have two similar words but different meanings, yet have only uh, one phonological element that differs them, which is the f and the v sound. Sit and sit, desk and disc, wait and wait, bad and bad, so and so, not and note, bad and bad. More to practice here. Pronunciation of these particular sounds. But what differentiates p and b is that, as you recall earlier, I told you to put your hands by your neck where your vocal cord is, and then you produce the two sounds. When you notice that is voiceless and it's voiced because your vocal cord vibrates as you produce b sound. But when you say it's only the lips that move, so it's voiceless sound. Here are more examples of consonant contrasts. You can also follow this link for more worksheets to practice on these consonant contrasts. The next is what we call consonant clusters. Consonant clusters is a group of consonants which have no intervening vowels. That's you see consonants that either are 2, 3, 4 coming together without any vowel sound in between. In other words, when two consonants appear next to each other, we call them consonant clusters. It can be 2, 3, or 4 sounds. We have example as in black. The bl there is a cluster, consonant cluster. And also in the word help, help, we have consonant cluster there. We also have consonant cluster in desk, sk, sk. There are two consonants there. In tasks, we have three consonant clusters there. And in 60, we also have three consonant clusters at the end of the word. We have texts. We have four consonant clusters here, just as we have it in glimpsed. Glimpsed. So you check for more consonant clusters and then practice on your own. Consonant clusters are important because they are in many English words, so you can't avoid coming across them. Mispronouncing a consonant cluster may lead to pronouncing another word. For example, If you leave out the L in black, you may end up with black. Also, removing the L in click may end up giving you a click sound, a kick word. So this is basically some of the examples. They are essential for pronouncing grammar markers such as the past tense and plurals. Okay, so now we will look at stress. Stress means placing pressure on a particular sound for emphasis. In English, it is the syllables that are stressed. As was mentioned earlier, that words are built up, made up of syllables. So some words have one syllable, some two, some three, four, and above. So to show which part of a word is stressed, it is done by inserting a slash above that particular syllable that has that particular emphasis. So words are stressed in accordance to the number of syllables they may have. This is a mistake. So this is a mistake. It's not syllables. It's syllables. Dictionaries show which syllables are stressed in a word. So to know which part of a word is being stressed, you can check your dictionary. Depending on whether the word is a verb or a noun, it dictionary can clarify that for you. You can check and you will find out where that particular stress lies. So stress is of two kinds. We have the primary and we have the secondary stress. Primary stress comes at the beginning of a word, while secondary stress comes towards the end of a word. So stress is indicated by a stroke before the syllable. So that stroke is applied before the syllable at the top side of the syllable. So note that a change in stress can result to change in meaning. You can have words like convict and convict. So this kind of words, if you stress in the first syllable, it may mean a different thing. When you stress the second syllable, it also means a different thing. So for you to understand more on this, there is a link for you. You can click on the link and you will see the words that how they are stressed in the first or second or third syllable and how the meanings changes because the stress changes in place. Most words are stressed on a particular syllable as we mentioned earlier, but there are certain word classes that do not have stress at all. These word classes are articles, prepositions, and pronouns. Anywhere you see these classes of words, they are never stressed. So now we look at intonation. What is intonation? Intonation is brought about by the level of pitch in utterance. When a person speaks, the pitch of his or her voice changes. Sometimes it is high and sometimes it is low. It is natural to avoid monotony. It is impossible to speak with the same tone all the time. Pitch and tone vary because variations in emphasis, implication, attitude of the speaker, and so on. All languages use pitch and tone differently. In Nigerian languages, variations in tone result to changes in the individual words. In English, it affects an entire stretch of words or an utterance. Intonation is indicated by a pattern of rises and falls in pitch. In English, this is what differentiates a mere statement and a question. For example, if I say, "You are coming," and end with a fall in pitch on the last word, "You are coming," this is a statement. But if I say it with a rise in pitch on the same last word, that is a question. See, "You are coming." That means I'm asking you, are you coming or not? But "you are coming," it's just a mere statement. So depending on how you rise or fall of your pitch, depending on the kind of statement or question you are making. So what are the types of tunes we have? Intonation pattern has two major tunes with variations between them. They are the rising tune and the falling tune. The tune can be indicated by gliding arrows, either pointing upwards for the rising tune or downwards for the falling tune. The falling tune. The falling tune is usually used in the following ways. You can use it in statements, for example, he left this morning. Let's go out for a walk. Or in command, example, run there, get him arrested. Or in WH questions, what is your name? Where are you going? And so on. The rising tune is usually used in the following ways. The first one is in general questions that usually require a yes or no answer. Example, have you waited long? The answer will be yes or no. Is he crazy? Yes or no. It is also used in making requests, such as, could you pass me the sugar, please? Can I eat here? Or show protest. I didn't say that, and the rest. So you should note that the syllable on which the tune begins to rise or fall is one that bears the greatest prominence. So you should note that the syllable on which the tune begins to rise or fall is one that bears the greatest prominence.
This brings us to the end of Lecture 1 of Module 6. In our next session, which is Lecture 2 of this module, we will explore the art of and techniques of effective public speaking. I look forward to continuing this journey with you. Thank you.